Hello, I am Minecraft Phenom 08, and this is episode 90 of my series in which I will try to collect 1 billion iron ingots. In today's episode, I am going to repair my automatic mining rig that I have been working on for the last few episodes, because I have discovered that it actually stops mining when it gets out of the chunks that I have dedicated to be loaded, as in the chunk loaders are not working, and I have figured out exactly why that is. And I will show you why that is once we get there. But I'm going to need a few things here. I'm going to need more frames. And I'm going to need an angel block. Let's grab some energy cells. I know I will need those. I'm going to grab 2. Let's see here. What else do I need? I need a redstone receiver. I'm gonna need a frame slider, or not a polar, a frame pusher, and a frame slider. And we are also going to need some flux duct here. Let's just grab 3. What else do I need? And I need some redstone. Dust, and some repeaters. So let's grab that. I think that's all good for right now. So let's get our dislocator, because that's super useful. And we can jet off to the iron dimension. Actually, there's one more thing I want to grab. Shoot. I want to grab a trash can, and that's because my current solution for every other block is not very good. As in, blocks other than iron are stored in a tier 3 version of the modular storage, but that's not very good solution, because it will fill up and then eventually the miners will become clogged, and that's bad. So what we have is right here, obviously we have our timer, and we're actually going to have to adjust this, but for right now we're not going to touch it. I have moved my matter transmitter that goes to my rig to this dimension, and that's because I don't want to use it as the rig is moving, because then it might kill me. I'm not sure if it would or not. I'm pretty sure it would. It would either not send me anywhere or just kill me. So I've looked at my timer. It's not moving. So we're just going to jet off to my mining rig, which is right here. Now, as we can see, it has stopped. And I figured out exactly what is happening. What is happening is that when it goes to move, these chunk loaders are both moved at the same time, and the chunk becomes unloaded as the rig moves. So these chunk loaders are in an unloaded chunk, and so they can't be activated, and so the rig stops. My solution to this is to build another rig that is built off essentially the same timer, that travels through the same chunks pretty much at the same time, but is above it and actually moves at a either slightly before or slightly after. I'm going to have my new rig move slightly after. That way we can get a chunk loader to be in existence all the time. And so the chunks should remain loaded as they move, because one will move and then the other one will move. And so hopefully that will work. Another thing I have that I'm going to do is I'm going to bump this up. As in, I'm going to move the whole rig up a little bit. And that is because currently I believe it's too low to pass over these things. As you can see, I actually manually took down, there's actually like a tower. I think it's iron bars, or anyways, it's a like tower that's up to like this height or so, and so if my rig comes across it, it will actually interfere with my rig. So I'm just gonna move my rig up, and that'll be pretty easy, because what I can do is I can have a pusher like so. And I have no way to, I have no redstone signal. Whoops. Yeah, I definitely need to grab a few more things here. I need to grab a redstone block at least. And a button. So let's grab a redstone block and a button. And hopefully that's everything we need. It's probably not because I always forget things, but you know, whatever. And so now we ride. Okay, we're back here. And let's throw on a button here. Okay, I don't know why that did not go. Will it not move up? I'm gonna be disappointed if I can't actually move this up automatically. I bet if I... Why didn't I grab that? Okay, there we go. Okay, so I'm not really sure what's going on here. But one of the blocks is preventing me from moving this up. Which is kind of a problem, because I really need to move it up. Let me see here. Let's try that. Okay. I'm not exactly sure why that is not moving. I'm trying to think. I could try to get rid of everything on the top side. Or I could try a different frame movement mechanism. Let's try that first. I don't really think that'll work, but we can try. Okay, so that's up now. And then, so that should have power. And that doesn't work either. What about now? Nope. How about if we fracture this thing? Can we move that much up? We can. Okay, so that tells me that it is something in the middle here that doesn't want to move up. You know what? What I'm going to do is I'm just going to take everything off the top side here. And we can rebuild this after I have this thing moved. Because I feel like something up here is causing my issue. And I really have no idea what it is. So this is our plan. Okay, we actually were able to grab everything, which is fantastic. Let's use... Let's see if we can't... add a mechanism over here for my frame pusher. Actually, I'm going to use a frame slider. Okay, we need that to go up. I messed that up. I need a shift click. Up. Okay, so I should have probably grabbed a button there. I definitely do need an energy cell. Okay, there's my button. Let's see if this will work. Okay, cool. So just something on the top side just wasn't allowing it to move. Not really sure what it was, but we should be good now. We just have to rebuild our sliding mechanism, as I was trying to say there. But let's go ahead and connect this back up. We do have a few blocks here we need to... Oh, shoot. I need to make sure to replace those, but for right now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to have my chunk loader. Let's place both of them down for right now. I don't think I'm actually going to... I'm definitely not going to have them both here, but I need to go ahead and grab that stuff and replace it before I forget to. There they are. Otherwise, this won't work. So that goes there. This goes here. We need a frame slider up top here. A shift click, make it go right. And then a pusher should go right here. With our energy cell right here. Actually, I'm definitely going to need something to power this energy cell because the one we had right there is practically empty. So let's go ahead and set up this again. Okay, that's cool. And we actually see that we don't have anything extra in here right now. And that's because this isn't quite full. Actually, it is full. It is full now. So, obviously, this is a much needed addition. So let's go ahead and do that. And that is Blackfest, yes. So none of those should fill up now, and I have a bunch of crap that I can import. I need the redstone timer to be right here. So that's cool. I think that's it for this one. Now, what we need to do is we need to build another rig. I think it'll be best if I have it directly above. And you know what? I actually meant to move that mining rig up more. You know what? I'm going to be back because I definitely do want to move this mining rig up more. So, yeah, I'm going to be back after I have that done. Okay, I have it moved up several more spaces. I figured out that if I pulled just the frame pusher and the frame slider off, I was able to get the rig to move upwards automatically, which is cool. Now what we need to do is we need to build a secondary little frame mover up here. And let's get rid of some enemies real fast. The night is not really the ideal time to deal with enemies or build here, but whatever. We're gonna do it anyways. And this one really doesn't need to be big or anything. It literally just needs to be big enough to have a chunk loader on it and the drive mechanism. So let's go ahead and set that up. And we'll set this up here. Go forward. Goes there. And then we actually need to get a transmitter as well, but for right now, we are fine. Out to the back and out to the right. And what I'm actually going to do here is I'm going to swap these. I'm going to take these leadstone flex duct and I'm going to swap. It actually totally doesn't matter because that frame pusher doesn't need hardly any power whatsoever. But I just think the main rig deserves the better components. And then finally I need the chunk loader. And just to make this look better here. I just realized I have everything completely off center. It's okay. It'll only drive me a little bit crazy. And then let's put this right here. And then once again we'll do 2 chunks. That way we get our side-to-side coverage and our forward and backward coverage. No matter where the chunk loader is, we should, no matter where these chunk loaders are, because these things should go at the same rate, should be good there. Now what I need to do is, I was starting to think that wasn't going to have enough power. I need to get a redstone transmitter. If I can spell it right. And this will be paired with this guy right here. We will be needing redstone and redstone repeaters probably. Don't need that. So let's actually go back. Let's actually sleep first. Because, yeah, monsters are annoying. Now we can go back to our iron world. And let's actually tinker with this real fast. Let's change this timer up. So what we have going on right here is, obviously this is the first channel, this is for the main rig, and I didn't want this to pulse without the other one pulsing as well. We actually need to piggyback this signal and then delay it. So for right now what we need to do is we need to take this away because we actually need the space here. Actually, how many redstone repeaters did I have there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I had 5 more. So actually I need to replicate that first before I forget. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I had 4. So let's replace those. And then this is for channel 2. That should work. And I don't even remember what channel 2 is for. Why did I have channel 2? I'm sure there's a reason for it. Anyways, what I need to do is I need to split this signal right here. And one version can go once again to the channel 1. And then another version actually needs to go elsewhere. And it needs to go to channel 3. Now, let's see here. How much do I need to delay this? Okay, so the shortest... I actually need this to have a really long delay from my own thought process here. Because I want the second rig to move after the first rig is done moving. So basically, the shortest delay here is almost nothing. It's 2 redstone repeaters set to 1 tick. And the longest delay is something like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Okay, so 22 is the biggest. So I need something like 20 of these things. At least 20 of them. And I actually can't have that there. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, and 23. I think that should be alright. Actually, let's do just a little bit more. I really don't want to screw this up. Actually, it doesn't matter how many more I do, as long as I don't, like, way overdo it. So I'm just gonna do, like, a whole buttload. And that's pretty much the scientific term right there. So let's put... I'm not sure what... okay, so that should be channel 3, and this should be channel 3 as well. Okay, so this is the transmitter. We need to spin that around. Oh my goodness. There we go. Okay, so that should be good. Except that I actually want to have this here. Cool. Actually got it right this time. Okay, and then... okay, we have the original one right here. Okay, I think that should all be good. So now I need to jet off. I forget. What is this for? That's interesting. I have no memory of what that is for. But anyways, now we can set up our redstone receiver over here. And that should be good. So this should start running the next time it pulses. And what I'm going to do is not go home. I am going to go here. And I'm going to replace that little redstone right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go off camera and I'm going to wait for this thing to pulse. And if all goes well, the rig should move. And when we go to the rig after all the redstone timer is done, then if it has moved, then good. We seem to have fixed the issue. If it has not moved, then I have not fixed the issue. So I'm going to be back after this is about to pulse. And here we go. The timer is about to hit 0. And I just remembered what this thing is for. This is for the block breakers that break the vertical diggers and then replace them. So that's what that's there for. Okay, everything should be ready to go. I think everything will get proper redstone pulse here. I'm actually going to change this timer to 12,000 after it ticks here. And that's because I would like a longer delay, because I have the miner higher up. It's still the vertical diggers have to still go through their phase. Pick me up, man. They still have to go. They still have to dig, as it were, through the blocks that there's only air there. So because I moved it up, let's just go ahead and set this delay up higher to that. And then we should be able to replace it. And I did not want to do that. Whoops. Okay, so I just moved it much more than I wanted to. And hopefully that doesn't cause any issues. That's cool. You can see the 5 separate redstone pulses going through my repeaters right there. Okay, so the whole machine should have been moved, like, instead of 5, it should be moved to 10. It should be done moving. Let's see if it actually worked out right. Hey, 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 hey. Look at that. It's moved. They both moved. And they both moved the same amount, which is perfect. Actually, it didn't move. Did it move? Yeah, I think it did. Counting is hard from up here, but I think it moved 10. So that's cool. Everything seems to have worked. There's one last thing I want to do. I want to add a power system for this particular one. For this one, I don't think... Actually, I probably should. Just seeing that it's already down to 47 million. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a couple things from my home. And then I'm going to come back and build a little tiny power system for those two guys. So I'm going to be back here in a second. Okay, so what I have decided upon is I'm going to use some numismatic dynamos here. And I'm going to use diamonds with them because diamonds provide a lot of power. If you remember from my old setup where I used diamonds and numismatic dynamos, they can produce a whole lot of power. So I have 2 black hole storage units being filled with diamonds as we speak. And I want to create another augment for my dynamos here. And that would be the... it's a throttle... I don't know what it's called, to be honest. There's something about the throttle. Essentially, I want the dynamos to be able to completely shut off should they not be needed. I'm pretty sure I haven't used this particular augment before. I don't know where it went. Nope, nope. There it is. Excitation field limiter. Prevents RF loss due to coil saturation. Essentially, it allows... Really? So I don't have lead nuggets. That's easy enough. Problem solved there. And then we can just hit up a couple of these guys. Okay, and now we should have that all ready to go. I want 2 auxiliary transmission coils in each one, and then the excitation field limiter. So that is good. Let's grab these guys, which is fantastic. And then let's go see if we have enough diamonds. You know what? That'll be enough diamonds for right now. Let's go ahead and pick these up. Okay, so let's go to our iron world. And then off to our little digger. Yep, we're not moving. We're not close to moving. Okay, so something happened here. And obviously my vertical diggers did not get their signal here. Did I accidentally... I think I know what happened. And we can fix that. And I realize I don't have something I need. So I need some repeaters because I think my delay is just a little bit too short now for my block destroyer, as in the rig is still moving when that particular mechanism tries to happen, and so it doesn't actually happen. So let's grab some redstone dust as well. I believe in you. There we go. And we also need some item duct here. We just need the regular version, and we need a couple servos. And we can use the crappy servos. And while we're at it, let's take a snooze. Hopefully this rig will work like it should after we have all this done. So let's off to the iron dimension. What's the timer at? We're good there. Now we need to drop the dynamos on. Whoops. And then the impulse item ducts with the servos. So these should start getting diamonds. They should start going, and they produce a pretty good amount of power, which should be more than enough to keep these things up and going. Now what we need to do is we need to go back. Not there. We need to go here. Okay, are we close? We're getting close-ish here. And let's go ahead and move this to be right here. And then it doesn't really matter if this delays a little bit longer than it was before. It just needs to be long enough, or it needs to be after enough that it acts after the rig has moved its last time, its 5th time. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to wait on this thing to pulse. I'm going to wait for everything to cycle out, and then I'm going to go to my rig and see if everything is acting like it should, and I will be back. Okay, the pulse is just finishing up. We see our last 2 signals there go to the secondary rig, and so everything should have moved. Let's jet off and see if this has been a success. Okay, now what we need to do is we need to look at the vertical diggers. It looks like they are mining, which is fantastic, which means this is a success. And this thing should be able to keep going, and that makes me extremely happy. So this rig should be fully automatic, it should be functional, and it should work perfectly fine. Finally. I mean, I've only spent 4 episodes trying to get this thing right. But right now it looks like we're getting, it looks like it's working, which is fantastic. So let's go back home and wrap this episode up. In today's episode, I managed to actually get my mining rig to be fully functional, fully automatic. It should move throughout that world, which is fantastic, and that's good. That should get me a lot of iron. Actually, last night I dumped a bunch of iron ore into my system from that rig, and it was over 1 million. It was like 1.2 million iron ore, and right now we still have most of it left. My processing isn't actually caught up speed-wise, but that's fine. It's not like I'm losing iron, it just needs to be processed. So for right now, I have 513 million iron ingots, which is fantastic. We are over the halfway point at this time, so and we're getting north of 12 million iron ingots per day, which is fantastic. Which means we're closing in, and I say that kind of lightly, closing in on the finale. Obviously, it's still a little ways away, but this challenge has been going on for quite a while, and we're definitely on the back end of it, so I'm excited about that. Signing off, I am Minecraft Phenom 08, and I will see you next time.